right? Sweet. Maybe I can like sing you some songs or something.
Yeah, even so you stumble certain people if you wanted to, what's happening, what's going on in your head and around you a little bit as you're going through it.
Sure, yeah, I can do that. Well, stream, this is a code 35, and it's super boring. All right, that's my thought right now. I'll check back in when we're not doing 35 miles an hour. Also, it's kind of funny, like 35 miles an hour is very like variable. Like, look, I'm doing 33 and I'm catching up to the guy in front of me. If I actually did 35, I'd probably hit him. 34, come on, buddy. Creep it up, creep it up. Also, fun fact, there's like a green light. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but on the left-hand side, there's like the pit exit green light. And that's really confusing because as you're coming around the banking, that's not an actual flag station, but you could think it is, like as you come around the banking. So you got to make sure you ignore that one green on the left-hand side as you're coming through. In traffic, this is a pretty tricky corner because I mean, I've only done like 2 laps or 3 laps or whatever it is, but there's a ton of cars that come through here. And you don't know where people are going. You just kind of, it's tough, but there's lots of room, thankfully. So if the guy next to you doesn't see you or you don't see them, there's typically room to kind of swerve out of the way. Coming down here, super tempting to dive down the inside like I did last lap. I don't know if you saw that. But it's kind of that vortex of danger stuff, right? Like if I dive down the inside here, the guy that's going to be turning in typically doesn't check their mirrors that late. So it's so tempting to dive bomb in there, but you have to be super careful. You would have seen last lap, I kind of tried to get my nose in there to get past that Porsche, and then he closed the door right away. He didn't see me. I had to back out. I think I got a wheel in the grass or something just to make sure I gave him space, but super tempting to dive down the inside there. Here, it should be flat. It's a little bumpy in this car, so I think I did it flat, maybe one of the laps, but again, there's so much traffic that as soon as you get past this kind of high-speed left-hander here, you shouldn't be on the braking zone right away. You should have a bit of leeway here to get, to stay on full throttle until you hit the brakes, but because there's so much traffic, you end up braking early, you don't know what people are doing. Again, super tempting to dive down the inside here. It tends to work better here, I do find, though. I think people are a little bit more aware of that inside line. Here, it is diving down the inside makes sense, but the problem is you almost want to set yourself up for that long straight after, right? You can think of this corner as like the beginning of a super long straight. So it's almost better sometimes to kind of let off early, brake early, let the slower car go, and get yourself a nice run out of here, so you can use all that VTEC to get past them on the banking. So it's also tempting to dive down the inside there, but you're sacrificing this whole section here. Like from here all the way to the bus stop is sacrificed by your exit on the previous corner. So it's one of those decisions you got to make pretty quick. Do you feel like you can give yourself enough space? It also depends on who's behind you, because if someone wants to dive down the inside from behind, if you don't take it, someone else will, and that'll mess up your exit as well. So it's a balance between, like, do you pass down the inside there, or do you kind of, if you have room behind you, you give yourself a little space, and then you just maximize this exit. This is a super long straight. It's curvy, it's banked, but it's, it's full throttle, so think of it as a long straight. Okay. Going back to yellow, so we should back up to speed. I may be quiet here for a little bit as I focus on the race.
On green very shortly.
Yeah, 10-4, it's green. I think bus stop will probably be in fourth once you're up to speed. Don't think you need to go down to third there. It's also very bumpy. I'm finding the car very bouncy still in the rear. Feel like could probably stiffen it up a little bit, the dampening. A little more dampening, but no time for that, so we'll make do. That's why test days are nice, so you can fine tune those things. Tires are probably cold, so gotta be a little careful here. I feel like I should go to second there. It feels right, but this car is getting a little grindy when you go to second, so I'm avoiding second on purpose. I'll have to pass that on to the other drivers as well. Oh, yellow flag, yellow flag. Oh, yeah. Someone's gone for a trip on the right-hand side. You probably can't see it, but there's a BMW in the grass. Local yellow, back to green. So again, give yourself that space. Make sure you maximize your exit. Just like that. Yellow flag, yellow flag, yellow flag. This is the challenge of the first stint. Down to code 30.
Code 35, once again.
Yeah, 10-4 at the queue. Dropping down from the the banking into the flat is so trippy. Feels wrong. Make sure you drink that water. These code 35s, don't forget. Stay hydrated. I'm hot as shit, so I'm gonna turn the cool suit on. So weird. I think I'm talking to no one. Just talking to myself. I'm just a weirdo. I feel like no one wants to go racing. They just want to do these code 35s. Someone stopping on the grass. That's a solid strategy. If you're leaking oil, that is thankful. And he is smoking from the hood. That doesn't look very positive. All right. I wonder if I'll find things to say for the entire stint. Like, can I talk for the full stint? Talk your ears off. See, like I'm doing 35 miles an hour. Like it blips up to 36 once in a while. Like 1 mile an hour is hard to manage, but those guys are pulling away from me. They're doing a solid 35 miles an hour. You know, 35 plus plus.
I'm assuming, Erwan, there's a lot of cars that don't ride the banking on code 35 and they sit down on the flat.
Yeah, and I've been doing the same actually.
Shorter way around.
Yes, sir.
How's that cool suit working?
It's awesome. It is very awesome. It's way hotter in the car than I thought it would be. So it's super useful.
So we'll just work on maybe getting more airflow in for when we go to full course yellows. We should almost make some pop-out windows that you can pop a little bit when it's under full course, and then you close them back up for racing.
Yeah, that would be cool. There's that BMW. I don't know if you guys saw it in the video, but I mentioned it last lap. It's getting picked up. Tow trucks are there. It's going to be another little while. Oh, we caught back up, so that 35 miles an hour, 36-ish got us back. See, now we're going 33.
We're starting back approximately 120th or something like that. We are now up to 54th.
Okay, yeah, sweet, thank you. Maybe some comments for the other drivers. Really tempting to go down to second in some of the slower corners, but the transmission feels a little grindy in second. So I would avoid second if we can and try and really work on keeping that speed up to stay in third and avoid second if we can.
10-4, I'll let the other two know.
Sorry for the water.
For your information, I wouldn't give this to too many other drivers in cars, just so they don't bend it too far. But fast time so far in the race is 2 minutes 16.
Yeah, what am I doing? Like 250s or something silly? Like I just feel like it's impossible to get any clean laps.
You've done a 2 minute 27. I'm pretty sure a few years ago we had a 2 minute 20 in the car. We might even be able to get to the 18s. But again, the traffic is just, it's unreal, right? So you're never going to get cleared traffic.
Yeah, not in this stint. It's impossible. There's just so many cars everywhere. Is the rebound on the rear, has it been touched since Road Atlanta, or is it what Road Atlanta spec was?
Same way we had it in Road Atlanta. We actually haven't touched the dampers. We just kind of reset the toe, reset cambers for Daytona.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. It is a little bouncy still. I mean, don't worry about changing anything. Obviously, during pit stop, it's fine. But it is. I do find it pretty bouncy still in the rear.
I have a feeling after this race, before we go to Watkins Glen, we're gonna make some changes to the rears.
Yeah, maybe they're getting tired or something. I don't know.
They have been in the car for quite a few years. I would say since either 2020 or 2021 when we ran SPC with that car.
Yeah, makes sense. Dude, I am so thirsty. I'm gonna go through my water like crazy. Crazy fast. I apologize if you can hear water noises. That's me hydrating. Alright. I feel like we should do like a Q&A while on these code 35s. Anybody actually watching the stream have any questions? Not that I can see them, but I'm assuming someone someone in the pits could monitor them technically. It's a lot of flashing. EMS, tow trucks. Whoa. I thought he was going to drive off the track. People tend to slow down. Like, it's a code 35. People tend to slow down below 35 when they go around the corners, but all these cars can take every single one of these corners at 35 miles an hour. That's a top tip. When you go through the corners, maintain that 35 if you can. Like, even this high-speed one. Oh, that's not too bad. We're just slowing down a little. But, like, watch as we come up to this next corner. I'm doing 34, 35, 35, 35. Don't you dare slow down. 35. 35. He's driving off the track. 33. 33, 34. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Some people really slow down in these corners. Yeah, that BMW that was there is now off the track, so I'm suspecting, unless there's an incident elsewhere that I haven't seen, that we should be going green soon. Okay, never mind my last comment. This guy's doing a good job keeping up the 35s in the corners. If ever you have the opportunity to drive Daytona, the banking at 35 miles an hour is something else. Like when you're at speed, okay, why are we like slowing down here, team? When you're at speed, you feel the banking for sure, but you don't really feel like the angle or kind of that the downwards gravity pull, right? Because you're driving at a pretty good clip. But if you code 35 and you stay on that banking, first of all, oh, it's yellow. One sec. Let's get going here, too.
You're going green.
All right, team. Let's rock and roll. Again, tires to brake probably cool down quite a bit, so we'll try and be a little careful. Woohoo! Tires are very cold. I suspect these guys are the leaders, so we're going to try and... Oh, yellow. Come on, man. Fuck me. Sorry about the language, just... Another car off track onto my left. Oh, you see me? Okay, is that rain or is that someone's car that just fucking blew up? It's raining. All right, that's gonna make life interesting. Cold tires and a little rain. Woohoo! Horse yellow. That guy hasn't seen it. Oh, safety car. Full course yellow, safety car, not even a code 35. All right, with something else to deal with. It is really hard to make any progress when there's so many yellows. This is now a full course. It's not even a code 35. There's a car on the left-hand side off the track. I don't know if you can see it. All right, so something I'm going to work on in this full course is try and maintain a bit of heat in the brakes. I felt like the last code 35 was long enough that we lost temperature in the brakes to the point where when I came into the next corner, I could feel it. Like the pedal travel was a little longer. There wasn't that initial bite that I was looking for. So we're going to, I mean, this is a full course, so I don't know if they're expecting this to be longer than a code 35. I hope not. But we're going to try and just keep the brakes nice and toasty if we can. Especially when we see that, since we're so close to the safety car, it's actually kind of nice because we can see when it peels in. So we'll be ready to jump on that and try and make some forward progress. The nice thing, too, is those guys up there, they're leaders. So they're a little faster than I am right now. My goal should be to try and stick with them if I can. Not sure that's going to be possible, but I'll do my best. But the nice thing is that there's that all the cars are going to be behind me, right? So hopefully we can get some good laps out there. Get past these couple guys, stick with the leaders, and try and run with them for a bit. Now they obviously are quite a bit quicker than I am because they've come and passed me, so I'm technically a lap down. But I won't have to navigate 7,000 cars after this full course yellow, thankfully. This is absolutely nothing. I'm just doing it for the camera. It's also raining, so that's interesting. It's gonna make this braking zone. See, it's raining like the track is so big that it's raining here. It wasn't raining like 2 minutes ago, right? But it's raining under the braking zone for bus stops, so that's gonna make life interesting. So one way to keep temps in the brakes, obviously you could do little short breaks like that, but in a full course yellow, it's got to be a little careful. Everybody's kind of packed up. But you can drag the brakes a little bit. So if you drag the brakes a little, just get some temperature in the pads and rotors. Lights are still on the safety car. Looks like we're going for another ride. And it's raining now. Sweet. A little bit more intense. So I expect, I'm expecting we'll be on the full course of code 35 for the foreseeable future. Cars are already going all over the place without rain. Now we add rain into the mix, and it's going to make life real interesting. Something I have to be aware of as well. I'm having a hard time keeping heat in the rears as well with all these code 35s. So I can tell whenever I start going after the full course yellows or code 35s that the rear is a little loosey-goosey. And on the trail brake especially, it kind of over-rotates a little bit. So something else to be mindful of, brake temps and tire temps. And dragging the brakes will actually that was weird. It'll actually drag some of the heat. Sorry, it'll transfer some of the heat from the rotors and the pads into the wheel, and then from the wheel, heat up the air in that tire. And it doesn't really heat up the surface of the tire, but it'll keep some temps in the tire to keep the pressures up. So you don't want to be doing it for super long, but just keep the heat in there. And if you have an opportunity to kind of build a little gap, you shouldn't be doing that too much, but check your mirror, make sure the guy behind is not too close, come offline, and then just do a little brake check. There you go. Seems okay. Feels firm. I wish you could be driving a little more pace. Cool suit. I wasn't sure if we'd be able to run the full 2 hours on a tank and fuel at Daytona. There's so much, full throttle, wide open throttle on this track for such long periods of time that you do end up going through quite a bit of fuel. So I don't think we'll make 2 hours, but I mean, with all these full course yellows, this first stint should easily clear 2 hours, easily. Okay, safety car lights are in, right? So that's telling us we're about to go green. So we're gonna do a little bit of focusing here. Check those brakes out. I can tell they're a little soft. So look at the wetness on the track here. It's very wet on bus stop exit. Very wet. Woo! Yeah. We're gonna have to be a little careful. All right, so the goal here is stick with the guys in front as best we can. I don't know what this Corvette's pace is like, but the 2 or 3 cars ahead, those guys are leaders. Those guys are quick. They're putting in good time, so I don't know if I'll be able to keep up, but it's wet as well. We gotta be careful coming into turn 1 here.
Green flag, green flag.
Tempo. Yeah, brakes are a little soft. All right, we got a boogie. All right, the top guys have pulled away. They're quick. This guy's right next to me. He's got a lot more beans than I do. Got Zach on the left. We could have done better on the braking there. But I knew bus stop was a little wet, so I didn't want to push it. This is very wet. Local yellow, green. Whoa, it is very slippy here. Must have rained. Dry here, dry. So we got grip. You got to make mental notes. Got a local yellow ahead, so we can slow down. There's a car on the left there. Should clear up. That was just a local yellow, I think. Still yellow. Alright, so bus stop. The braking zone coming into it seemed to have more grip than I thought. The exit was very wet. Yeah. You gotta tell Shelby to turn the boost down on that thing. It's a fucking rocket ship.
Yeah, it's a quick little car. You got snacks in there too. that technically puts you one lap down the leader. So car is sitting third overall, 9 seconds out of the leader. The leader right now is a BMW, then a Boxster, then the Hyundai.
Yeah, I could see them. I'll try and keep up, but they're pretty quick.
The Octane Mini is probably coming up behind you in the next few laps. It's about 30 seconds out of the lead. So that's another car that's fifth overall that's probably going to be pretty capable and comparable to what our car is. The Octane Mini has run a last lap of a minute 2:28, and it's run a fast lap of a 2:20. Your last lap was the fastest at 2:24.
Yeah, it is lots of time left.
Yeah, we'll keep working at it. How we find it now. Just let me You're currently 40th.
Slidey on exit there. Slidey on exit. Gotta be careful.
You do have a warning for a blend line violation, so just be careful.
Okay. Just a bit more rain here. Still grippy, still grippy. That's good. Local yellow and a slow vehicle. Then they're picking up the car on the inside here. Yeah. Oh, traffic jam coming up. Hey, if Flagger is not yellow, but Flagtronics is yellow, what do I follow?
We have no flags right now, no flags showing.
Yeah, my Flagtronics is showing yellow though, so I mean I'm gonna assume it's green.
Assume it's green. I'll let you know if I see a race control call on local yellows. They've been showing local yellows, what we do.
We're passing cars. I hope you're right.
There is now a local yellow in turn 7.
Yeah, that was very nice, Zach. What the fuck is this guy doing? Oh, so our friends are late to Apex. Sorry, boys, coming through. Just trying to keep up with Zach in the car in front, but he's cooking. What's this guy gonna do? All right. Stay in the middle. Cool. Tonic car is coming into first turn here. Ooh, the rear's a little loose. Under braking. Missed this gear. All right, cool. These Porsches are super fast. Our goal is to stick with them, but
yeah, the neat thing about that Veloster, though, he can go fast, but he's got to pit more often for fuel.
yeah. Let's try and follow him through these corners. Come on, buddy. Go. Couldn't find fifth. Oh. Oh, that draft is worth a lot. Come on, buddy, give me room. Come on, boys. Yeah, I'd love to do that, but it's a car to my right. Oh, this guy's rubbing. His tire's rubbing. You can smell the rubber. Looks like we're gonna go at 35 here. Nope, we're back to green. We'll take it. Super important when you're drafting these guys. Check your temps. Make sure you're not, there's no airflow behind you. Holy mother of God. Not sure if that guy knew I was there. That was close. Scars on the inside. Got him. All the time I can make is under braking. I'm not 100% confident yet under braking. I feel the car can do a lot more than I'm asking of it. But you got to build that up slowly. Sure those guys seen me, but we made it through. I think I'm getting fuel cut. I don't know if that makes sense, but car's cutting out. Yeah, so I got plenty of fuel, but when I'm on the banking, when I come out of the infield, the car does, on a high RPM, it does a little cut. I didn't really hear what you said last message.
Yeah, I was just saying check vitals, check temperature, make sure there's nothing else that's a little funky, maybe high or low temperature, something else that's causing fuel.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye. Temps seem okay, but we'll see.
Yeah, and if it only does it coming onto the banking in NASCAR 1 and 2, is it a load thing, something else like that?
Oh, okay. It also happens straight line coming into 4. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but yeah, it's almost like it's cutting in and out of VTEC more than anything else.
Okay, how's oil pressure doing that?
It's bouncing around 85, 71. It's bouncing around.
All right, so it's not oil pressure. I'll get a V6 pump.
Oh, little spinsies ahead of us here. Got a little careful. Yeah, it's getting worse and worse, but it looks a bit like it's doing it right now. You'll probably hear it as I come down the front straight here. Of course, it's settled. Jeez. This guy's fucking not watching the flags. Almost smoked me. Supposed to be slowing down to a code 35. Yeah, so it's at higher RPM, it's just bouncing out of VTEC is what it really feels like.
Copy. Code 35.
I just came at a bus stop. Do you want me to come in at all, take a look at anything, or should I just keep on going?
Keep going at the moment. I'm just trying to source parts and stuff.
Yeah, 10-4. All right. Well, I probably heard all that in the stream, but car's cutting out, high RPM, sounds like it's just bouncing it out of VTEC. Felt like fuel cut, which was really weird because we have a ton of fuel. But that's kind of the feeling. It just felt like it was like just dropping in power momentarily, and then pretty sure it's VTEC just kicking it out. Unfortunate because everybody loves VTEC. Oil pressures are good, temps are good. So I'm not too concerned about the health of the engine. It seems okay. I don't know how critical the bouncing out of VTEC is to the engine and overall health, but everything else checks out, so just keep on trucking. Ideal scenario there is the team had something to look at or replace or something out of the pits, and then as I came out of bus stop, that's where I radioed in to give them the opportunity to bring me in. Code 35 is nice for that, but seems like just still trying to source parts, figure out what they want to do, and so this is one of those instances where I'm really hoping it's a long code 35 where I can come back around to the other side, do another lap, and then pull in, and we maintain code 35 for as long as we're in the pits. But that's a little bit of wishful thinking, I think. When you're doing the track at 35 miles an hour, that's a long lap time. So we'll see. Oh, there's Bad Habit Garage over there. Green. Can't miss it. So a little disappointing. Wasn't able to keep up with the front runners there. It's just kind of hard time. It's hard to get in a groove when you're always stopping and going and stopping and going. I haven't really felt like super confident on the brakes yet. Still a little bit timid.
Going green.
At the front. Just following this boat around the corner. It's green. The problem is, he has power.
Green, green, green.
But he's so slow through here. So we'll try and get alongside him. So it seems like VTEC's okay now. We'll radio that in once we get past bus stop. Oh, got a bit of a blowout there by the boat. This is bouncy. Tires a bit cold. All right, let's see how it feels here. You look at yellow. Let's fall behind him. Okay, so VTEC seems okay right now at least. Seems to have calmed down. It seems steady.
10-4.
Woohoo! A little loosey-goosey on entry there. Awesome temp in the rears. And again. I don't know if I lost temp or seems really loose. Oh. VTEC's back to kicking out. Got another local yellow here. There's VTEC not doing its thing. Yeah, VTEC's kicking out quite a bit.
Voltage is still good at 13.5 or higher.
Yeah, 13.5 steady.
All right, I've got the box parked. That's pit lane. Keep going for a little bit. See if we can play it.
Yeah, 10-4. Come on, Vitek. Come on. Sorry, everybody around me who's trying to pass it. Fuck me, dude. Sorry for the stream. This is annoying. It's getting pretty bad, dude. I don't know about this.
Okay, we got tools out. We may get you to come in soon, but Sunday is coming in right now. It is in now, right now. We're about.
You want me to come in now? No, you got 3 seconds.
Okay, come in.
Too late.
10-4. Keep going. One, come in this lap.
Yeah, 10-4. Will do. This car without VTEC does not move.
Can you give me any feedback on, does it do it low RPM or just higher RPM from about 5,000 up?
It does it like, I don't know. It's hard to tell because it's not doing it right now, but it seemed like it was doing it low RPM for VTEC, like 5,000, like 5,200, those kind of numbers, and then all the way up.
Okay, 10-4. I got a code reader. I'm going to see if I can pull a code out of it first and foremost, and then we'll keep going from there. I've got all sorts of solenoids, all sorts of switches and sensors.
Yeah, 10-4. I just came out of bus stop.
10-4. John is also ready, so maybe let's do the driver swap while we're doing it. We'll hold off on fuel.
Okay.
I may get you, seeing as I'm not in a helmet and I'm trying to diagnose, keep your stuff on. I may get you to fuel instead of me once we diagnose and start changing parts.
Yeah, 10-4.
Sign is out.
Yeah, I see. 10-4.